Welcome to Pine Notes. My name is Lisa, and today is Wednesday, September 14th, and it is our mid-month check-in to see how we're doing on our whips and crochet projects. Well, I did finish my poncho, and I will insert pictures right here of her. Yes, all the little details count. I used fisherman's wool, the Caron cake in red velvet, and I had a tiny bit of my Redwood yarn, which is Lion Brand's Heartland left, and that tiny edge just finished it so perfectly. So I have one finished object, and in front of us is the baby blanket I am working on, and this is an order for my friend, so I will be working on that until it's completed. In fact, it's now moved up in priority. You know how they always say, oh yeah, take your time making it, when really it's like, she's due next week, can you get it done in a hurry? So I am still working on the baby blanket, and that now has become my #1 priority. But what's this? What did I just uncover? We have a yarn haul. I was lucky enough to see my parents this week, and we ran a bunch of errands. So without a delay, we'll go through all of this, and we are back in my craft room today. It is 70 degrees for a high, and when I woke up it was only 55. My light has diminished in the morning, so we'll be back here in the craft room a little more instead of on the patio. Now, what do you see here? Yes, my parents and I went 2 cities over to go to a Michael's. And imagine my surprise and delight when I got there, and 1, they had Caron Cakes left, and 2, they were half off. Yes, I paid $4 and some change for each of these here. And quite frankly, I was this close to going back to those nice Etsy ladies who, although I paid a tad more, I did enjoy the yarn. However, the price I paid for it on Etsy, I did not enjoy, and the fact that this is not available online. So I was thrilled to death to find, because I was looking at the Boston cream, the blueberry, and the buttercream, and I may have mixed those up, but these 3 colors right here I was going to buy from these nice ladies on Etsy for an exaggerated price. And I'm so excited I got them for $4 and change that I decided to pick up some other colors here. So we have buttercream, we have blueberry cheesecake, we have Boston cream. We have another Boston cream because we know you need 2 to make a poncho. We also have royal icing. Now, I've mentioned this before. I love blues and browns together. This colorway is totally right up my alley. And this is gelato, which is beautiful greens, blues, and a couple of these I bought out the Boston cream. I bought the last one a blueberry, and yeah, I would have bought these from the Etsy lady and paid much more plus shipping had I not found these. So thrilled to death they were half off with coupons, because I don't get Michael's ads in the newspapers either. Our store closed in our city, I want to say 5 years ago. I was very disappointed. So now I go 2 cities over, but I went online and printed out a coupon and used my half off coupon on one of these. This is are teal berry, one of my most popular colors. As soon as I make something in this, it flies off my website and sells. And it is just gorgeous. You've seen this in my virus shawl video. And that is what I bought from Michael's. I'll try and separate it here. Along with a little Halloween decoration. Isn't she cute? Yep, they're Spooky Town Lemmix decorations were 40% off also. And I'll show you the label here, Spooky Town Lemmix. And I paid like $2 for her. She is just so adorable, and she happens to go with the Witch's Treehouse I bought about 20 years ago. I collected back then the haunted houses, and I have 4 or 5 of them. I'll try and insert a picture here. I can of her next to her treehouse. So every year I like to collect another piece to add, but I will no longer buy the big houses. I just don't have the space or the room for them. And then also at Michael's I purchased these little skulls. They were $1, and you have to realize Halloween is a big holiday for us, and I bought this for our Halloween craft along, and I will be making stitch markers and other jewelry out of this. And then the last item I bought from Michael's was these beautiful dragonflies. Now, if you know anything about me, I love anything doing with Secret Garden, and these gorgeous little dragonflies will make beautiful stitch markers, and it was $1, so how could I resist? Now that we talked about the Caron Cakes, I also went to Catan's. This time we did go to our one closer to Cleveland at Ridgeville, Westlake, out that way, and in my opinion it has the best yarn selection hands down. I picked up a dragonfly, which you know I want to use for our circular center virus shawl vest that I will be doing a crochet along with. However, I do need to finish that baby blanket order first before we begin the crochet along, and I am collecting balls of yarn as we go. I picked up 2 more teal berry because it's my most popular color, as I explained, and I also picked up Sunrise, and you saw Sunrise in my original virus shawl tutorial video, and it's hands down one of my favorite colors, and we'll talk about her in a little bit as well. Again, Catan's just amazes me. My holy grail yarn, which happens to be Heartland by Lion Brand, this color is Arcadia, and on the shelving units, not in the cages where they have the clearance yarn, this was sitting for $3, and I'm like, it is a basic acrylic gorgeous cream yarn you can make anything with, and I just have to show you. You know how I mentioned Caron Cakes doesn't have enough yarn to do a single project? I'm going to be mixing this with buttercream here to make a gorgeous poncho, and I think that will just work fantastic. So I picked up 2 clearance Heartland yarns on the shelf for $3 each. They're normally over $5, close to $6 a piece. And last but not least, my old staple, I used up my fisherman's wool in my tomato clean poncho. I used half a ball, and I like to keep this in stock, especially for winter. And then I always talk about mill end yarns. This is what the bag looks like. It's a 1 pound, and it's called Mill End Assortment. And I'm sorry, if you pull this out of the bag, you pretty much know that's Red Heart Super Saver in purple. I had 2 of these. My niece's school colors are purple and gold, so I pretty much keep this in stock year round. Well, while I was making my granny squares for my super scarf. Grandmere's Granny Square stained glass scarf. These are well, my fingers are about 7. These are well on their way to being 10-inch squares each. And the ombre here, this green, right along the edges that fades to blue, and this light blue in the center. We can see it maybe a little better here. This light blue in the center, and this blue to the purple. That's a mill end product too. It reminds me an awful lot of Landscapes by Lion Brand. But this is a work in progress. And as you know from my Virus Shawl additional work I did, I took apart a sweater and I am using the remnants from that to make other projects because I was not wearing that sweater. And this would be our Sunrise in Red Heart Unforgettable Boutique, but I'm using 2 strands. And these are our squares here. They are coming along. I just think by adding that extra purple edge on here, it just makes the colors pop so well. Now I do have a few more to go here, but I was so excited because I don't know if you remember me mentioning I had to do the edges and I was going to do the joining in purple because I didn't have any more black Super Saver yarn. Well, guess what? Watch what you wish for is all I have to say, because I was so lucky in this haul with the Caron Cakes and, yep, mill end fabric yarn, black Super Saver. So I will continue on with my original plan to make a black edge on my super scarf for my stained glass. Well, I hope your week is going well. I certainly appreciate you stopping in, and as always, thank you for liking, watching, and subscribing to my channel. Make it a great day, and let's crochet. Take care, everybody.